To Local Weather Authority forecast. We warn you first with Chief Meteorologist Chase Menendez.
Good morning, everybody. We've got a very chilly start to the day. We've got temperatures really dropping off this morning. We're below freezing right now, but thankfully the roads are dry. We're not looking at any ice out there, at least not widespread ice. Do be on the lookout just to be on the safe side. Anytime temperatures are below freezing, that is a possibility. We look like we're seeing traffic moving along just fine, though, across I-20. So that's pretty nice. Check out the West Texas State Bank weather cam. We've got a good live look at those conditions out there, and those conditions are pretty dry, by the way. 22-degree dew points will do that to you here in West Texas. Now, average for this time of year is upper 20s. Now, dew points, of course, measure how much water vapor is in the air, how much moisture is in the air at the surface, and the higher the number, that indicates more water vapor. So generally, we're coming in pretty well below average for Odessa Midland, but look at Alpine at 17 compared to the normal of the upper 20s. El Paso only at 5-degree dew points, indicating some extremely dry air out to our west. Now, that dry air is going to filter into West Texas. We're still looking at some pretty dry conditions like we were yesterday. Today, wind speeds are picking up a little bit more than they were yesterday, and temperatures are on the rise. We're beginning a warming trend for today. So if you like those warm, kind of spring-like temperatures, get ready. By the end of the week, we've got high temperatures coming through in the mid to upper 70s. Now, until we get there, we've got to get through today first, and we've got a lot of cloud cover rolling in from the west. Very, very thick clouds coming our way from New Mexico and Arizona. Eventually, that's going to make its way into West Texas, but start to break up a little bit by the time we get to this afternoon. So to use weatherman words, partly cloudy skies. As we go on through the day today, this model doing a pretty good job of what I expect to see as far as that cloud cover goes. By 10 a.m., still looking at some of those broken up high-level clouds, but none of these clouds bringing any rain, at least not to us here in West Texas. We're just looking a little too dry to support any of that rainfall, but we will be warming up. That warming trend does begin today. Yesterday, we picked up into the 50s. Today, we're into the 60s, the mid to upper 60s at that. So we're going to see a nice, pretty warm day today. Pretty breezy as well. 15, 20-mile-per-hour wind speeds coming on through, generally from the southwest this morning, switching to out of the due south by the evening time. And notice these winds really not backing off in the overnight hours. That's going to continue to increase on through tomorrow and even on Friday. Here in the basin, we can expect some pretty breezy conditions for most of the rest of the week. By 10 a.m., we're already looking at those winds picking up to about 15, 20 miles per hour. So pretty breezy, pretty early in the day. As we get to the evening time, notice those winds not backing off at all. Here in the basin, it looks to be a little breezy, but out to the west, a little calmer until we get to around midnight. Notice these gap winds beginning to develop out to the west. That's going to continue to increase on through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning, looking extremely windy in the Guadalupe Pass, the Van Horn Mountains. So do be careful if you've got a truck route or anything like that through those mountain roads tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon. Be careful with those winds. It's not until about 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon that we finally see those winds dying back down into reasonable levels. Now today, we're looking pretty breezy. 15, 20-mile-per-hour winds for most of the day here in the basin. It's going to be kind of a breezy day. Now, as we go on through the rest of the week, we'll see those wind speeds hanging around that same mark and those conditions continuing to dry us out. So that may lead us to see some more fire weather concerns. We had our first red flag warning of the year earlier in the week, and I do expect another one by the end of the week. It just depends on when we decide to dry out here in West Texas. 67 degrees will be our high today, 78 tomorrow. That's a strong warming trend, then up to 80 degrees in Friday. Now, it's still winter, and we're still seeing high temperatures coming through in the 80s. Very crazy. Starting the work week off, though, we do cool down, so it's going to be another really cold start to the week on Monday. But until we get there, enjoy those warm temperatures.
It is crazy because in my mind, I'm still on Minnesota weather.
Right.
So when I see 70 in a forecast in February,
yeah,
it still is just bizarre.
It feels like some kind of typo, some kind of mistake.
It is.
I promise those are my numbers. That's what we're looking at.
And I mean, I got like 50 scarves that I've never even worn here because you don't even need them.
That's true. That's true. What a shame to let those scarves go to waste. Oh, well. Just pop them on for a fashion show one of these days.
All right, thanks, Chase. Now let's take a look at